And as the world commemorates this year's World Mental Health Day, the First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, is calling for more commitment to improving mental health awareness and enjoined individuals to seek medical help as well as early counseling. The First Lady in a statement calls on individuals to speak up, explaining that emotions bottled up is the beginning of mental health issues and challenges that confront individuals. According to Senator Oluremi Tinubu, if there were no fears of stigmatization, people would tend to speak openly about their struggles, thus leading to some kind of early diagnosis, thereby improving recovery outcomes. This year's theme, "It's time to prioritize mental health in the workplace," is timely, especially in times like these when most people feel dissatisfied at the workplace for several reasons that could affect one's mental health. And for more insight on the world mental health, I'm joined by a life coach and wellness instructor. Rob is right here with me in the studio. Thank you for joining us on this special day.
Thank you so much, Femi.
You've been in Nigeria for over a year now, so you can tell that burnout, stress, and anxiety is part of the life. So you understand when Nigerians don't really dig mental health awareness. What are your thoughts in this regard?
So, Nigeria, I feel, of course, it's a very beautiful country. People are very respectful. The culture is really nice. But I think Nigerians are born dealing with stress. Right? The first thing you think when you're leaving a home is, oh my God, how much traffic am I going to face? Or like the last 5 minutes here, it has been only stress, 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 stress. So, I mean, it is a challenging time in the economy right now. And definitely, there is a space for people to take care of themselves also, which is the need of the hour. Not just at the workplace, but at home as well, because whatever stress you carry from work is going to affect your personal life as well.
So when people think of taking good care of themselves, they're not thinking of sessions with a wellness coach like you. They're thinking, we've had this conversation in the newsroom, and people say, I have no issues with mental health. What I need is money. Give me money and I'll be fine. What do you make of that kind of a school of thought?
Money does make life easier, more comfortable. It does take care of a lot of things. But the stress that is left over from earning that money, that's not going to be handled by the money itself. You need some techniques to manage that stress that's left over, right? I mean, you can earn all the money in the world, but what about the stress that's involved in earning that money? You speak to any businessman, any business owner, any person who's working today, there's a lot of mental energy that is needed to get that success in whatever they are doing. And as a cost of that is your health, is the way you feel at the end of the day, right?
There's a stigma with the word mental health itself, especially in this part of the world where there's not so much care for people who entirely lose it. You walk on the street and you see some people walk naked. The whole concept of mental health is stigmatized. How do you think we can begin to break that barrier?
Understanding that it is okay to be stressful. Emotions are a part of a human being, right? And I feel that, the ability to deal with emotions, deal with the moment, deal with life is how healthy you are mentally. Also the word mental also has a very different connotation to it, right? Like we are speaking of. So there is one aspect of mental health which is disease, like say somebody who's diagnosed with say anxiety, depression or bipolar or schizophrenia. And there is one aspect, it is simply having a healthy mind. Healthy mind is the ability to deal with the moment, to be confident about facing challenges, to be energetic. And not just being energetic at the workplace, but you have to carry the same energy back to your family as well.
Indeed.
People do everything, put all their effort at the workplace. When it comes to their home, somewhat they prioritize that a little later in their lives. So the ability to deal with life, deal with the situation, the challenges, and yet shine through it, having a smile through it, that is the sign of a healthy mind.
So I'm told you're here with another of your colleague, to offer these services to staff of TVC. I haven't joined that session yet. I'm just wondering what happens during that session. There are many people who think of it as a luxury. I come, share my problems with you, you talk to me. But what happens thereafter? Does that necessarily change anything?
The body has an innate way of dealing with whatever you put it through, right? So when you're exercising, if you notice, your breathing changes to accommodate that change in the body. When you're anxious, your breathing is again different. So what we do in our sessions is we use our breath, which is available with everybody, right? It's for free. There's nothing that you need to pay to breathe. So there are some breathing techniques that you can learn that change the patterns in your mind, that help you see more clarity in the challenges that are there right in front of you. And you know, the breath also has a way of increasing your inner energy, your mental energy, however you want to put it, which adds on that ability in dealing with challenges in life.
Rama, between you and I, does it work?
Yes, definitely it works. You see the top sportsmen in the world, everybody meditates today. Everybody practices some technique. You know the difference, for example, a normal car just needs a few mechanics to services, right? But a Formula 1 car has over 200 people working on it because there is that level of optimization that is needed, performance that is needed. And you know, all of us are important to someone or the other in our lives, right? We're important to a spouse, to a workplace. So we need to take equal care of our mind as well, so that we are of more use, so that we are takers of stress rather than givers of stress.
I guess I'll come schedule my own breathing exercise as well. Rama, thank you so much for talking to us.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so let's get back to some stressful news items here.